Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, get into the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Try to imagine this. You write a check to pay a bill. You saying that you take it to the post office. I know, prehistoric times, but just follow me down this rabbit hole, okay? So you write a check if you know how, if they taught you that in school. You know what? I'm getting distracted. You write a check to pay a bill. You take it to the post office. You drop it in the little thing. You open it up and you drop the little piece of mail inside. And then the bill was $72. And you send it through. And then later, $900 comes out of your account. And you're like, what was that? What was that? $900? What would I buy for $900? I don't even have $900. You look through the bank and you see this check that came out for $900. And you're like, a check? Me not spending $900 is one thing. I definitely didn't write a check for one. So you go through and you find that one and you click on it. And when you click on it, it shows you a copy of the check. And it says $900 instead of 72. And it even what it's for has changed. You're like, how is that possible? I dropped it off at the post office. At the post office. How is that possible? It's not. That's not possible. And that's why we're here today. Because apparently it's possible. I know what you're thinking. Who writes checks anymore anyway? There are people who write checks. There are some places and things specifically that only use checks. I have a friend who's like HOA only takes checks. So, I mean, there are still things apparently. I don't use any of them, but there are things that use checks. It happens. So we're going to watch this news clip. Apparently there is a scam going on with checks and the actual post office. You write a check, send it through. Somebody at the post office is getting the checks, changing them, altering them. So let's learn about it together. I literally just saw this and was like, oh no. Okay. Yeah. No. It's gonna be a heavy no for me.
These customers didn't trust putting their mail in these community collection boxes, so they went directly to the post office, and still their mail was tampered with. They now suspect the theft is happening from within, and they want investigators to do more.
The call was coming from inside the house. Ooh.
The thefts happened at these two post offices to three different customers within a few weeks of each other.
The amount was changed.
John Curtis's $323 insurance payment turned into $900 for equipment. Darlene McLean's money orders for her mortgage and BJ's credit card rewritten and cashed by a stranger.
Imagine that. Look at this. They just like hot white out the thing, right? They just white out the whatever you wrote there. They just write in their stuff and it's just their check now. That's crazy. Look at this. Western Union. So it's money orders.
And cashed by a stranger. And Angela Powell's $420 payment to her insurance company altered to $6,250.
Wow. Ain't that something? Oh my God. It's the audacity. It's so audacious.
Supposedly for a college fund.
They took my check from Windsor Mill Post Office to CQ Bank in a matter of 24 hours.
Oh, they definitely in Baltimore. And you hear the way she said, "True." That's got to be Baltimore. Let me see.
You can see it on the timestamp. Angela mailed her check on March 5th. By March 6th, it had been washed.
Yep. Balto. Look, Maryland. I knew it.
You can see it on the timestamp. Angela mailed her check on March 5th. By March 6th, it had been washed, rewritten, and deposited.
They were able to withdraw $500 off a forged check.
While Angela went to this drive-up box, John Curtis went inside.
I parked right there in the handicap spot. Went inside, the doors at there. Went to the left, then walked in.
Despite it being physically difficult for him, he brought the check to this inside slot to evade mail thieves.
I put my policy number on the bottom. All of that was gone.
He had to close his bank account, open a new one, and reroute other deposits and payments. I'm sure you have other things going on that you didn't need to...
Yeah, much so. You know, my wife, she be sick, and plus I'm, in and out of hospital. but it took a lot of our time away from what we, normally be doing.
And while Angela and John were reimbursed by their banks, Darlene hasn't been able to recoup the 2 stolen money orders she mailed on different days at the Arlington Post Office in Dolefield.
I'm without money, mortgage not paid, and now they coming after me. I'm suffering from it. I'm depressed behind it. I can't sleep. I'm really upset.
We contacted
Yeah, I bet you are. I would be very upset too, Arlene. Okay, I would be extremely upset. Okay, and it's at the post office. You brought it to the post office. The only people who touched it is the people in the post office. Somebody going to prison. I ain't talking about jail. I'm talking about prison. I'm talking about underneath of the prison. You ain't never coming out of the prison. Prison is your middle name now. This is who you are. It's your whole identity. Prison. It's way too ostentatious. Like to change I mean, that's a system. They check what if they're checking the handwriting and stuff? If they do it, to have handwriting investigators to come and check and see if it's the same people as so like a whole racket. It's probably a bunch of people and they're all in the same general area. You know what I mean? So they probably know each other. They're probably all working together as this whole little system that they probably have. A whole lot of probably going on here. But I do know this, whenever or if ever they get caught, they're definitely doing federal time. Because that's messing with the post office. That is a federal crime. Mail, federal. You're doing some federal time. A nice amount. A good amount. Just enough that you need to, okay? Forever.
to USPS, they said they take the security of mail seriously and promptly refer mail theft allegations to law enforcement agencies, like the U.S. Postal Inspection Service. They told us the theft of mail and ensuring the sanctity of the U.S. mail stream is of the utmost priority, and they encourage customers to mail their checks from inside the post office.
Well, he did. He did mail it inside the post office. And now what? He went inside and put it in there. It's you guys. The call came from inside the house. If you don't get that, it's a reference to an old scary movie. The call came from inside the house, okay? They suggest, you know how irritating it would be to have them suggest the thing that you already did? They're like, okay, well, that's terrible that happened. So just as a precaution, you should maybe mail it from inside. Like, bitch, I did. That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. The thing is they're gonna, inside the post office, cameras everywhere. So they're gonna have they gotta have some footage, of this type of thing. And I mean, there's some people who probably haven't, well, I don't know how you wouldn't notice. If you use a money order to pay a bill, this is how you would find out that something went awry, is because the bill didn't get paid. Whoever you didn't pay is going to contact you. And so then you check your records, and that's how you would find it. So it seems like it would be more than those people, unless it was just like a one-time thing in a couple of different spots. They hit a couple of different spots and then they moved on. I don't know.
And we also contacted the USPS Office of the Inspector General in charge of investigating internal mail theft complaints. They do not confirm active investigations, but said the information we supplied will be reviewed by their office and to report check theft through their OIG hotline.
I spoke to a lot of people, and they all tell me that they can't tell me anything about the investigation.
These customers are now making changes to their payments.
I now write my...
Well, they definitely can't tell you anything about it, because we live in a land of social media. If they tell you, oh, it's a guy named Steve we think did it, you're going to be on social media talking about Steve did it, and then they're going to be all chasing around his house, and then the whole case going to be blown. So no, they can't tell you. I understand why they can't tell you.
Making changes to their payments.
I now write my checks with black magic markers.
But they don't think they're the problem.
I'll put it this way. When you sleep, crooks are here looking for ways to take your money or steal from you.
So I
don't think it's going to matter that you use black magic marker, though. I mean, they're whiting out what you write, so I don't know what.
Can't mail anything without being in fear of someone taking what's inside my personal belongings, because it's still...
I haven't mailed something out in so long. I can't even think of what the last thing I mailed out was.
Mine's. Just because it's going through the postal service, it's still mine's. You have no right to go in my mail and take out what's in it. And they still have one of my checks to this day.
Angela is trying to press charges, but she's waiting for the bank to supply images of the person who cashed that forged check. Last year, we reported on a postal worker who was caught stealing checks on her route. In January, she was sentenced to 18 months in order to pay over $5,000 in restitution. Mallory Safaste, WMAR 2 News.
So you go write a check for a bill. Your bill doesn't get paid. Like that one lady, she's going to lose. She's at risk of losing her house or her, like she ain't paid her mortgage or rent or whatever it is because the check got stolen. And then the money, like way more than what was supposed to be, came out of her account not even for rent, for whatever somebody else wrote it as. It's the audacity. It's like this person does not have any money. So what they do, they write a check to themselves. They use your check to write a check for themselves. That is absolutely diabolical. But this is the world that we live in. Scam Island. I got a call at my job today from a scammer. They said, this is how they start the call. Like literally, I pick up the phone and they say, we have one of your credit card. Someone tried to open a credit card in your name and out of Texas, and something about Massachusetts or something, and didn't say who they were asking for or anything. Just immediately said somebody's trying to open a card in your name, but you haven't even said what my name is, and I'm at work. Like, and it's not even for me, but you immediately go into this whole spiel. So I'm like, who are you? Who do you even think you're talking to? Like, and tell them like what, like you just called a business. What are you, what are you doing? Like this, it's something so disgusting about it. Like, so literally, there's these people sitting in a room all together, just scamming, just calling, like their version of like your worst nightmare of being scammed or whatever is that's their successful day. How they had a successful day, a scammer, is but when you have basically had like worst case scenario happen to you, that's their bed. That's them on a good business day. Is that for me? Is that's where we're living at. That's the times we're in. Just be careful. Don't trust anyone. It's terrible that that's where we are at this point, but that's where we are. Okay, just don't trust anybody. Always say no. Just be overly cautious. Be always nervous. Always have your head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? And hope for the best, I guess. But just be careful out there, and y'all behave, because I'm not gonna do it. Absolutely not. Just no. Okay? Mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh. Peace.